Hello, I'm here. Let's turn up this little puppy a little bit because they can hear me breathing. Breathing's a good thing. Epidemic sound instrumental. It's great. You should love it. You listen to this all day.
Died getting ballast. We gotta fix
Hey, look at this.
But yeah. the machines are a problem.
The machines are a major problem, and of course we've all, Mike Lindell was one of the first guys to ever talk about that. I know you said his name 100 times.
He's been canceled because of it, right?
He's been canceled, but you know what? He was the first ones to say.
This is the pre-Trump rally
I gotta tell you,
in Selma, North Carolina. So this is the crowd beginning to form, security checks and all that kind of stuff.
One person who's been more persecuted and more canceled than Mike Lindell and is President Trump. But Mike Lindell, who has such a blessed life, he's got his pillow company, and he lost so
See if we can turn that down a little bit.
much business, tens of millions of dollars in business.
Yeah, 35 million to be exact.
And he just wants to save this country, and it's such a beautiful thing that he wants to do that.
Anyway.
And I just love him, and I'm honored to have his endorsement, because he knows that we got to get people in office, whether it be in Arizona, North.
Let's put that on hold. Because we're not here to rebroadcast the pre-Trump rally, but there it is. Look at that. This is so cool. Watch. This is the capsule that took off yesterday. Here it is, in fast motion coming in. I got this on Twitter. Okay, get back in here. Just wanted to show you that. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, it's Sunday, April 9th. It's 2:20. I'm a little early. I like to go to the photos because my son took a couple of pictures of the menus for the restaurant. Tapas and beer. Patio. I think that's behind our building. So it's 1 block south up Palmetto Park Road. Like behind Federal Highway. Federal Highway and turn east. And, like 1 block, maybe 2. And you come around the block of stores, and they have a thing called a patio. And, this doesn't look too bad. I was looking at some of the things. Could I eat anything there? Pork tenderloin marinated in garlic and an extra virgin olive oil with caramelized onions. That sounds very good to me. Skirt steak with mo verde agula and marbled potatoes. That's what I want. That right there. That skirt steak thing. Seared duck breast with wild fig marmalade. Ooh. Wild caught shrimp on garlic sauce. Oh, that sounds really good. What's over here? Octopus? No. Smoked New Zealand style salmon. Okay. Fresh anchovies? No. Anchovies, another anchovy thing. So here you can get a toasted baguette sandwich with a whole duck breast in there. Got a lamb thing. So there's some, our neighbor here says it's pretty good. And she's very distinguishing. Okay, cool. So Brennan took a picture of the front and back of this menu, which I have enhanced just a little bit. Let's go to, yeah, we just need to brighten that up just a tad. There we go. There we go, there's a little more color in this one. Okay, so that's a little, Brennan's moving around, walking around, exercising. I don't know if he's got the dog with him or not. Oh, look at this. Let's see if we can play this little cinematic with the cat. Our black cat. Look at those eyes. He can't decide whether he wants to sleep or not. Because he's got JimmY screwing around with him. I don't think there's any discernible audio with that. That's it. That's a still image. Look at all the white flakies he's got all over him. I should dust them off before I take pictures. Oh my God. Yeah, there's been a big brain drain with NASA. Guess where they are? They're all with Elon Musk. Doing unbelievable things. So, yeah, I mean, if you just see the spacesuits, let's see where I have. Do I have a couple of spacesuits? I mean, look at this spacesuit. Look at it. I mean, it's like Rocket Man. You know, it's like TV beautiful spacesuit that works. He can float around outside in space and do what space people do. This guy just took off. That is a sample of the moon surface, sand, dust, whatever it is. 50 years ago, they just opened it up and gave the scientist, you know, like a teaspoon of it. It's been in this cylinder locked up for 50 years. Can you believe it? I mean, the U.S. government is like, what the hell? I even left the caption on there. What's new on the moon? Well, Elon Musk is going to go find out. Because sure as hell NASA isn't. They're financing, you know, they're giving. So here's a little sample of a little portfolio of silver that we have laying around. So I bought $13,000 worth of silver, and its current value is $14,200. Bought it for 13.1 6 months ago. So that's like a $900 gain. So that would be like in the next 6 months, assuming what you're not supposed to assume, that'd be $1,800 for the year on a $1,300 investment. Well, let's just go down. Let's just $1,300 on 13. That's 10%. Okay, 10%. What do you get in the bank? 0.5%? Now this is silver. Yeah? Silver coin. This ain't going anywhere. Okay? Inflation, this ain't going anywhere. Dollars in the bank shrink because of the incredible inflation we have. So what do I have? I have 347 ounces of silver. This is, 1 ounce of pure silver. 1 ounce fine silver, 0.999 pure. So it's not 100%, it's 0.0000, not 100%. It's not like the earlier coins where they put 10% copper and zinc and that to make it so that it's more durable than a quarter. It used to be. They don't even make quarters in silver anymore. But when they had silver dollars and whatever, it wasn't all silver. It was 90%. This is 100%. So I've got 347 ounces. You know what that means? I have 347 of these things in my vault. I don't keep them out. So it's like $14,000 worth of silver. Is that nuts? I just wanted to experiment and show Marilyn that this is serious business. And I would like to break into our 401k portfolio of stocks and cash and all that, and buy some silver in a custodial account, meaning I can't get my little fingers on the silver, and just have some of that 401k in precious metal, gold or silver, take the pick. I don't care which, just get it out of cash. Cash with inflation like this means next year, 100,000 in cash is worth 90,000 because of inflation. We've got 10% inflation. So that's a lot. That's a lot of. That's a lot of inflation. So that's what I'm talking about. How are we doing here? There we go. Got a little fan noise. My fans on my computer are running. The fans are running at 3,700 RPM. The processor is at 182 degrees. That's too much. So take a minute out here. I'm going to go up here and click on the fans. And we're going to put it up to 4,000 RPM on the fans. And it is, there we go. 4,010, that's good. And I can fold this down a little bit. Move this forward. And you can feel heat coming out the back of the sucker. Nice. Not exactly a toaster, but it's, yeah, there's heat running out of there. It's just going to turn my microphones down just a minute. Gotta blow my nose. Okay, I've taken care of. I'm taking care of my nose. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do so you can see me doing it, or almost see me do it. But I don't want you to hear me blowing my nose, because I make a lot of noise when I make my nose. Anyway, so that's where 13,000 worth of cash went 5 months ago. Now it's worth 14,250. That's pretty good. Now we can go to a. Yeah, let's do this. Do I have it open somewhere? I do not. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I don't need that. I'm at 15.5 now on my software operating system. Okay, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to pull down this. 8 American Precious Metals Exchange. There it is. See, silver's that you can see this, right? Yeah. I can't expand this. Oh, wait a minute, I can. No, I can't. Silver's $25 an ounce, okay. And gold is at $19.50. That's good. So, see, count. Portfolio tools. There you go, 100% silver. That's my basis. 14,257, which is the same thing as that. So I took a picture of that. That hadn't changed. You know, it's basically no exchange doesn't deal with precious metals over the weekend. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Go back to the photos. So that's pad 39A. Over there. And this is across the river, which is this way. It's Titusville. And someone I know, Lyle, a friend of mine, Lyle, he's building a house. It's pretty much up, windows are in, roof's on. I haven't seen recent pictures, but it's probably dealing with interior stuff. I got him a $1.5 million line of credit to basically build the house. There's no mortgage on that house. We put a mortgage on another piece of property in next to where he lives. $3 million lot, so we put $1.5 million on a $3 million lot. 50% loan to value. It's, pretty good deal. So that's, working. Here's a picture there. Yeah, this moon dust or moon sand. All right. There's my grandchildren doing something with pumpkins. There's Marilyn, Robin, and Jack. They're digging inside of a pumpkin. Marilyn has a pumpkin shirt on. There you go, Halloweeny. Her necklace is candy cane stuff. she's marvelous. This is my daughter. And then daughter. Yep. Halfway, a little more than halfway for her law degree. Just so happens that this is Marilyn and her two sisters, Judy and Jane. That's Marilyn in the middle. See? Judy Dordell, Marilyn Wilson, and Jane Beatty. This is right on the big screen in the home of in Miller Park. And this is their mom. And the reason why she is featured and being talked about, she has a baseball field behind them. And this is the Jumbotron. And they put up a picture of their mom, Rella Swamp, which is the name. And she was dressed up, she was a Marine. Her father was a Marine, her mother's a Marine, her son's a Marine. And then you had JimmY. Oh boy. They tried like hell to get me when I was like 18. Anyway, so that's Rella Swamp. And she was part of the very first all-women's softball league. And they played in this stadium. And I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, but there's Rella Swamp. I fixed up that picture and put it in our portfolio, and they put it on their phones and gave it to the stadium, and how cool is that? Fast forward to like 2 years ago, and I thought this was a cool picture because you got, a sundown. This guy over here is Dick Schmidt. That's the president of the university, Dick Schmidt, his wife, daughter, 2 football players, the rest of the football players. There's a marketing guy and Halsey. So this is a picture, actually, standing back on field, taking a picture of the Schmidt family. Their name's on the stadium. He contributes, I think he's contributed up to 70 or 80 or $100 million to FAU. So they like Dick Schmidt right there in the red striped shirt. Very nice man. Yeah, there's JimmY. There's Marilyn. And there is Coach Schnellenberger. He knew us. I don't know who took the picture. I gave him my camera, I guess, and I said, hey, snap this. Or it could be an iPhone picture. Let's see. We might be able to tell by doing this. 6 million pixels. It's a ping photo, so it came off an iPhone. April 9th. Two years ago. Yep. So that's it. With Coach Schnellenberger. Now this is like a medallion thing that one of the judges had. And it was like this size. You know, it was like the size of a silver dollar, maybe slightly bigger. Let's see. He's holding it in the palm of his hand. Covers up 2 or 3 fingers. Yeah, it's the size of a silver dollar. But you see all that says FAU Police Department, committed to excellence, Florida Atlantic University Police, and it's got a, you know, the Florida symbol inside and all that. I like to have one of those. He wouldn't give it to me. And, you know, they flip that. Heads or tails on the grass. I don't know what's on the other side. It has something different than this. Oh, look who's there. This is part of a committed to excellence. There's Maryland. Two Marylands. This is Elon Musk talking about he's talking before 15,000 people. 15,000 of his closest friends were invited to a party in Austin, Texas, celebrating basically the grand opening of their new plant and home office. So, and I understand Musk knows how to throw a party, or he has a staff that knows how to throw a party. And they make a lot of these Model Ys, which I have. I have the privilege of driving one of those. It's black. My next one, I want it to be white with a white interior. And look at it. Whoops. Let me expand it. Look at this guy with a cowboy hat. He's a good sport. So he was explaining, everything's under one roof, but he was saying, he says, I liken this to like a processor. You know, you have the raw materials come in this end of the building, and by the time you get in this end of the building, so raw materials come in here and cars come out there. How cool is that? See, you got the stuff in stamping, body, this goes and the signal goes to different things. Well, this is all a big factory. It's all in one spot. So I kind of isolated the visual, enhanced it a little bit so you can actually see, you know, the captions in there. It's very cool. He says, why not? You know, why? He says, why do we have this mess? This is Fremont, California. I mean, you got a building over here and buildings over here, and you get, you know, stuff from there, and you know, it's like a mess. So he says this is better because now it's all under one roof instead of that. This is Fremont. He says, you know, we're working Fremont. We're going to expand it a little bit. It can't do as much as this factory can do. And this is like the model for. See, the way Elon Musk looks at it, the factory is a big machine. He looks at the whole factory as like a big machine. You put flour in one end, you put the meat in one end, you get sausage out the other end. But in this case, it's a bunch of raw materials, and cars come out this end. So raw materials in here, plastics and all that stuff, and cars come out on the left side. And he says, this whole thing, I consider the whole thing as a machine. Because you put stuff in here and sausage comes out the other end. And the machine is making machines, meaning Tesla cars. So that machine that these guys are actually standing in part of the grand opening, this is actually in the Gigafactory. So you have all these stuff that comes in one end, and these cars come out the other end. It's primarily Model 3s and Model Ys. Most popular car in the Tesla. And he knew it right away, even before they sold the first one. He said, this will be my most popular car. And they don't give them away. He stood the factory up on end so you could see how big it is in relation to some of these big buildings. Here's the Eiffel Tower, this little schmutz over here. And this is the Tesla factory. I mean, that's just give you an idea of how long it is. So he tilted it up with Tesla on there. 300 million cubic feet volume. It's 15 city blocks long. 15. It's like 15 streets. Crazy. That's part of his demonstrations when he was having his party, when he had his cowboy hat on and all that stuff. So here I did a couple of these just for the viewing audience. I did this, I think, yesterday. So here's the Model Y. Let's see. Yeah, this is a regular Model Y. Okay, white paint's included. The 20-inch wheels, you got to pay $2,000 for the wheels. Black and white interior, seating and so forth, $1,000. 5-seat interior, no charge for that. Yeah, you can see this. I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Autopilot is included, 5-seat interior included, tow hitched, you got to pay extra $1,000. 30-day premium connectivity, that's your cellular, the car's connected to the cellular system, and they give it free for 30 days. When I got mine last June, they included it for a year. It's $10 a month, it's no big deal. And it's connected cellular, it downloads all the street maps and things, and how busy the traffic is. All that comes in through a cellular system that's built into the car. Has nothing to do with the phone you have in your pocket. Anyway, look at this. Vehicle price, $67,000. So they're not, this is their most affordable car. Actually, this is 67. The Model 3, instead of the Model Y, is their most affordable car, with the long-range battery. You take $5,000 off. So it would be 62 instead of 67. So the cars are in the 60,000s. You can't get a car from Tesla that's less than 60,000. They don't have it. So here I said, you know what? I've been driving very nice Tesla Model Y. But it has a long-range battery, and that's it. Everything else is pretty much standard. I bought the tow hitch. So I figured, you know what? Let's go for the the super duper Model Y, which is, see, instead of 63 or 62.9, it's 67.9 because I'm getting the advanced, you know, brakes and wheels and stuff. So instead of having to pay for wheels, they're included. Now, I want the white interior, so they charged me $1,000 for that. 5-seat interior included. Or, stop it. Autopilot's included, 5-seat interior, tow hitch, $1,000. They get that. Connectivity included. So it's $70,000 if you get the premium fast package, long range battery, which is like 300 miles. It should be 400 miles, but he won't do it. So if you do their lease, it's $980 a month for a 3-year lease. Or you can write a check for 68K. This will have the new batteries. You know, the 43, the brand new battery packs. Let's see. I have a picture of those. Just give me a minute. Oh, just so you know, I passed my exam for continuing ed. It's only 14 hours of continuing ed every 2 years. So now I'm licensed and effective. Date issues, right there. Expiration date, March 2024. Okay, so that's 2 years from now. I hope I get there. I don't see why not. Everything seems to be working so far. Got my quadruple bypass. That's been that's been working good for 3.5 years now. It was in, what is this, April, May? Oh, so it's it'll be 4 years on June 5th. Okay, we haven't gotten there yet. So it's 3 years and, you know, 10.5 months and 28 seconds, whatever. Look at that. There's rumors that Apple may be coming out with their own car. They're trying to find someone to build it. They got all the paperwork, all the designs, floor plans are all done. But they can't find a factory that'll do it and keep everything, you know, like secret and all that stuff. Because Apple's, you know, into the secrecy stuff. All right, let me try to show you. This is the gold coins that we had, which I traded for silver and added another 1,000. All right, where's the batteries? I'm sure I have a picture of the 2 batteries from a Panasonic guy. Let's look for a minute here. There's the car show. I gotta put those pictures up online. Took the pictures and didn't put them online. There you go. There's our buddy playing golf. Apparently he's a very good golfer. So here's a picture of it's Austin, Texas, anyway. A drone took this picture. 12 megabytes, which is fine. But you see how big see how long that factory is? Let's see. So I showed you the top view of that factory, and you know, February, he builds these plants in a year and a half, which is like, really? 300 million cubic feet. Build it in a year and a half. Well, you know, they throw billions of dollars in there, and they get, you know, there's 50 crews. Right, this whole parking lot over here is full of workers, cars, to get to this place. And they got crews all over the place. You know, instead of having 2 crews, like when I build a small shopping center, they got like 30 crews. Because Elon Musk wants the building built now. He wants everybody working at, you know, basically full speed. PayPal. All right. How come I can't find the batteries? All right. There's a thing that does my bills. We don't look at that anymore. We'll talk about that another day. Trump is ready to have a rally tonight in North Carolina. Yep. So. I'll be recording it or watching it, or both. There you go. It's Marilyn and Jimmy. Mr. Happy. February 8th at 11:35. We're at what do you call it? Abe and Louie's. A little selfie there. Nice shot. It's about as good as you get for me. Here's my Isogenics breakfast. Coffee. What kind of coffee? Bustelo coffee. This is my Cuisinart Keurig coffee maker. It's been works real nice here. See, here's gold bullion. These are 30 or 40,000 per, you know, kilogram or whatever number of kilograms are in those bars. I prefer the Buffalo coin. 1 ounce, $2,000 for the coin. Let's see. I just got a message from Amazon. I ordered a belt because my belt broke. It's a 25-year-old belt. Literally just fell apart. So this lapel, that's the clip. That's the microphone. It's a Shure 184. I'm actually using a Rode condenser microphone. It's unbelievable tiny. Here it is. So this is the 2170 cell, which is bigger than a AA battery. It's about as big around as my thumb. 21 millimeters across, right? 21 millimeters, which is that many millimeters. 24 and a half, 24.5, that would be an inch. It's not an inch. It's 21 millimeters across and 70 millimeters tall. It's almost a scale. How cute is that? There it is, it's 70. I made that picture so it was like the scale. This is 70? Yes. Well, 2170. I've got like 5,000 of these in 14 packages to make up my battery pack in my Model Y. They've changed it so they're going to have these batteries starting like real soon, if not already. And hopefully this is, it's like 47, it's either 43 or 47 millimeters in diameter. And 80 millimeters. So it's a 4380 cell. They go, this is 2170, it's 4380. So instead of having 5,000 of these, you're going to have 1,000 of these. It's actually 980. And they like these better, these bigger batteries. It's a joint venture with Panasonic, that creates the battery itself. And they pack them. Cat says, okay, I feel good. I have one of these in my little plant collection. That's the Ficus benjamina. And, with the root and stuffed in this pot, I got one just like it. Oh boy, would I love to have that right now. These are all the meds I take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one missing, the albuterol. The doctor, the nurse says, well, what medications are you taking? I line up the bottles, I take a picture, I print it. I said, here, this is what I'm taking. I mean, to try to let me think. What am I taking? Jesus, leave me alone. Okay. So we found, is there a favorite? Oh God, where's the batteries? Oh, there's a hard-on one. Okay, good. So it's in the favorite thing. This is all the supplements we take. This is Maryland's pills, red caps, and minor white caps. And then all the rest of this stuff is supplements that we take in addition to these. So she takes these, plus these. I take these, plus everything else. So I got these machines called Heroes. Only Jim would do this. I don't think there's anyone else on the planet. I'll show you. See, this is Maryland's, her medicines, plus a 24-hour Sudafed, because she's sick. And yeah, see, there's a 24-hour Sudafed. I want to show you the machines. It's at the bottom, yeah. So anyway, with our Hero machines, let me shrink it down. Oh my God, I won't be able to find it that way. Yeah, no. Let's see. You know, and last weekend, we go to Mario's in the University Commons Shopping Center. See that right there? And we hit that little I button. See, it shows you right where we had it. We can see, there it is. You got J. Alexander's on one side. You got the, you know, the Chinese place over here. And right in the middle, the P.F. Chang is over here. J. Alexander's there. Mario's. We're in the outside bar. How cool is that? The when you take a picture, the GPS information is in the header of the picture. So, in case you forgot, which that sausage and peppers is so good I dream about it. Oh my God. We didn't go there this weekend. Because Marilyn yesterday was feeling so bad. She couldn't get vertical. She had to stay horizontal. Poor lady. Sick as a dog. But she's taking medicine. She got antibiotics. You know, she took her 3 hours with the freaking doctor. Waiting time and all this stuff. Oh yeah, I think you need antibiotics. Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna say no shit, Sherlock. Just give us the pills and let me go home. She got to go through this dance with the doctors. You know, this guy's, our primary care physician is, you know, an intellectual chicken. If he can get out of doing something, that's his MO. I don't want to do it unless I have to. Well, I've shown Marilyn. See here, this is what I meant. See, it's a performance model as opposed to just the long range model. I had one with the performance and one without the performance. It's a $5,000 upgrade, but it's worth it because you know, all the enhancements to the technology in the car is, you know, they have different motors in the front and the back, as opposed to if you don't get performance. Up there's Marilyn and JimmY with President Bush and his wife, Barbara. There she is. She gave birth like 2 weeks ago from this picture. And I said, Marilyn, we got to go to this event. We're actually going to meet President Bush. To Jim and Marilyn Wilson with best wishes, Augie Bush. Jesus. That was a few years ago. We went to, so this picture, I have her on the wall, I'm looking at it. It looks a little dim, doesn't it? I got all this photographic ability. Let's diddle with this guy. Come on. So it needs to be straightened. It's freaking crooked. That's better. Come on, baby. When you're dealing with this finger stuff, you know, it looks good. So now bring this up, bring this down, bring this over. There's no sense in seeing the edge of blank walls. All right, let's see if this helps with the, helps a little tiny bit. Shit, I don't like the way it looks. I'm just gonna do this. And let's brighten it up a little bit. Yeah. Highlights, shadows. Let's do shadows. Turn that up. There we go. The black point. Let's set that up a little bit like that. Okay. Now I'm going to send it over to Photoshop Express. See if we can do that. Yeah. And I'm going to go to crop, transform, full auto. Let's see what happens. Come on. Ah, perfect. And there we go. I'm just going to move these borders over a little bit. That is exactly, I'm going to say done. And brilliance. Let's turn it up. Yeah, we're going to make it more brilliant. All right, that looks good. It looks it looks as good as what I'm looking at the wall. That's good. We'll put a little hard on that since I took some time. Let's add a location. Well, see, this is taken with an EOS R, which is Marilyn's camera. So it's a 30 million pixel camera. And remember, we cropped this down, so that's why it shows 14 million pixels left over after the crop. Don't forget. Okay, so that's that picture. That was a nice event. It was in Tampa. Marilyn gave birth like 2 weeks ago, so she called her best friend to come take her little baby and just take care, because I was dragging her out of the house because she had to come with me to this event. This event with the Vice President of the United States. Come on, let's do it. So we did. And we had dinner, and she's looking at her watch every time. Because she wants to get out of there and go hold her baby. Brennan is now 35 years old. Give you an idea. It was 35 years ago. Because that kid was like 10 days old. I could look on that picture and tell you, oh, here we go. So, remember I showed you the pictures with all the pills? These 3 machines, they're called Hero. They can hold 10 different pills. So we've got 10 in here, 10 in here, and there's 10 in here. This actually dispenses 14 pills because some of the supplements are more than one. You know, like the Balance of Nature is 3. And this one here, which is Relief Factor. This is what these pills look like. See those? You take 2 of these. And we take 2 in the morning. We don't take 2 at night. That's what it says when you first get it. These are like yellow football things. It's got, a highly refined omega whatever and other things. So you take 4 of those, 2 of each, every morning, and Marilyn's back. She's got a serious back problem. I mean, it's not broken vertebrae, I don't know what it is, but she's gone to doctors, gone to chiropractors. So we put her on Relief Factor, no pain in the back. Some days she couldn't even get out of bed, her goddamn back hurt so bad. I mean, oh my, you just had to feel sorry for her. But we tried the Relief Factor and it works. So Relief Factor comes out of the middle machine because we both take that. So the supplements that we both take are in here. Marilyn's pills are in here. I put a little heart on that so we know the one on the right is Marilyn. The one on the left, I'm left-handed, it's got my pills. we go. And 18th of February. That's, okay. So that's what I was looking for. These are bottles of water, distilled water. They go in the ice machines. There's, look at those roses. Gorgeous. Unbelievable. Took it with a very unique, expensive piece of equipment. iPhone 13. The iPhone is absolutely magical. I mean, the cameras are so good. I actually got rid of a $2,500 camera, lens. Turned it back in because it was giving me a 15 millimeters wide angle to 35 millimeters. So it was a super wide angle camera. So like if you're in a real tight environment, you could use that camera. Well, guess what? The camera in here is a 15 millimeter camera. So if I want to go wide, this is wide. Let's sit back. I can take this picture right here, which I'm going to take right now. I got to clean off the lens. There we go. Autofocus. Okay. There we go. This is my whole little studio thingy. It'll come up on here. Oh, I'll just go to recent. Since I took it on my iPhone, it'll show up in this thing in a second. There we go. Unbelievable. All right. There it is. Let's go get it. So that looks, you know, I didn't spend a lot of time, but I'm going to play right now. Matter of fact, let's make it a, so this is full screen on this thing right here. So I'm going to edit it. Let's hit the automatic button. It looks a little, turn it down a little bit. Let's to, yeah, it does get black, so let's highlights. We turn down that looks about right. Shadow detail, we turn that down a little bit. So I'm working on this picture, you know, and it's great with these sliders. In Photoshop, it used to be so much more difficult to edit a picture. Now the other thing is, you see that cabinet back there? It's got like it's leaning over, ready to fall. So we're gonna have to go to our crop thingy and use this tool right here and bring it. See, now the cabinets are standing up as they're supposed to. I'm losing a lot of my. Let's get rid of some of that shit. Oops, stop. And now I want to draw this in as much as I can. There we go. Okay, that's as good as I can do. All right, done. So that's where I am right now. You see, I sit right in front of this thing, like you see. The roses, you saw the roses on the what's it called? Here's my Rodecaster Pro. See, Rodecaster Pro. You can see the volume levels up on there. My ruler, 3 silver coins. So that's, how cool is that? Now that's iPhone, took the picture. Instead of $4,000 camera and a $3,000 lens, I use the iPhone instead of a $7,000 camera. You know how they do that with these, you know, these 3 cameras that are in this. Yeah, it's just, you know, the art of miniaturizing, and you know, and Apple is so tough. They are really tough. You know, they don't want just some cockamamie camera. They want it, you know, they want it perfect. They don't like to fool around, so. Saturday. That's right, this is Saturday. Marilyn was home sick from work yesterday, so I'm all concocted on what the hell day of the week it is. This is Saturday. How nice. Cool. That's why I did that. So we can remember, because you know, we're like 103 years old. So there's my Suna with the stainless steel straw. It's a Pepsi. It tastes very good. With a stainless steel straw. I keep it over here, so it's almost out of sight. I don't want to have my Pepsi right in front. Anyway, so I got 347 of these things. Random years. It's all basically modern years. You don't want to buy, you want to buy, so if you were to want to get something like this, this is the United States minted $1 fine gold. This would be considered a silver bullion coin. So you don't want a coin with any numismatic value. In other words, you don't want one that's, you know, that has, you know, some fancy year behind it and, you know, commemorative, blah, blah, blah. You know, and they charge you $65 for a 1 ounce, you know, a silver dollar that doesn't even have an ounce of silver in it. It's only got, you know, 90% of an ounce, 9/10 of an ounce of silver. Gold bullion. These are all modern, minted, random years. They call the condition of this coin BU, brilliant, uncirculated. That's what you want. In other words, that's never been in someone's pocket. It's never been in a cash register. It's uncirculated, brilliant, essentially right out of the mint. You know, where the United States government mints these things. There's a number of places that mints coins. You know, there's a Philadelphia mint. They have a mint in Washington, D.C., and they have a San Francisco, in which case they would stamp a little S somewhere. But this wasn't minted in San Francisco. It was minted, I don't know where. Not San Francisco, not Philadelphia. So I should ask the question. It'd probably tell me right on that website. So you got E pluribus unum. It's got all little phrases all over the place. It says United States of America. $1. These silver coins were $1 denomination. Now the thing's worth $40 because of the silver itself, not because that you could turn this in to buy $1 coffee. Now you wouldn't do that because this is worth $40. It's got a full ounce of silver in there. You don't want to buy a cup of coffee with that. So, anyway, so that's a nice picture of my little studio here. Yes. I got 3 pieces. I got my mixer board here, which is a Rodecaster, marvelous piece of equipment, and this is a Shure studio mic. You've seen these. Beautiful. Boy, this is brushed. That's this mic. Hello. I don't really have it on a lot right now. I've got that down because the fans here are blowing hot air at it. 4,000 RPM. Ouch. We need another fan speed. It's running at 172 degrees. That's too hot. Let's do full blast. See what kind of fan speed that is. 51. And then pull this down a little bit. You hear the fans? So we turn that mic down because it picks up too much of the fans. This microphone that's pinned on my shirt, it's very sensitive to pick up just JimmY. There we go, pull that down. So that's 1, 2, 3. This thing picks up everything, but it doesn't pick up the fans that much. Now the fans are blowing at 5,200 RPM, and the CPO is now down to 168 degrees. It was 178 degrees. So I can feel it, the processors are right near this aluminum plate. It's not down around here. The batteries are down around here. And the speakers in here. But it's right in this zone. And I tell you what, this plate gets, I measured it's like 145 degrees or something on this plate. See now, when the fans are on full blast, which is 5,100, I can see it up here in this corner. 5,148 RPM, 5,200 RPM. And processor is down to 168, 165. 165. All right, so that's it. Processor runs, at 160 something degrees. But those fans, they work. And this little software program that you can get for $10, you can control the fan speeds. So I need another one that says 4,500 RPM, which I can make it up. I'll make it up when we're done. And we've been diddling with this now for an hour and 15 minutes. It's Saturday afternoon. Marilyn is getting her nails done. And if she gets back, we should probably, we may want to go out to get something to eat, or I don't think she's going to want takeout of any kind. So, that's my story. So let's, why don't we, hopefully this music wasn't too loud. I think it was okay. And I can see the levels on here. I like having music in the background. So the room is not so quiet. I hear everything through the headphones, so I can tell what's going on. So, you know, this is between tracks, and it gets... Excuse me. There we go. I turn down the lapel mic when I cough. Oh, my God. No, I got sick, and now I'm getting it. I had it a month ago. Now I got it again. It's got the bacteria. That's a bacteria. Because she's taking antibiotics and it's knocking it out. I guess I should grab a couple of her antibiotics and get it out of me. Okay, so we'll see you again soon. And you can see right here what I've got going for me. I got that display, I got that display, this. I got a boom mic that you can see over here. This is the mic that Rush Limbaugh used to use. It's an electro voice. It is a magical microphone. It is really magical. You can bring this just a little bit closer, like that. And this thing can pick up when you whisper, like our president likes to do. He gets close to the mic and he whispers like, I really mean it. Oh, really? I thought you really mean everything. Oh, my Lord. Some things he doesn't mean. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't get away with stupid remarks like that. The president's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And all the other world leaders know it. That's not good. Crazy. All right, so we're gonna sign off, and I hope you have a great weekend. And thanks for joining me for this hour, 18 minutes and 13 seconds. And now I'm going to quiet myself down and leave you for listening to some of this wonderful Epidemic Sounds instrumental. It's royalty free. It's about 3 hours of continuous instrumentals. Perfect background for JimmY.